Thumbs up for a good day.
So I like setting big goals, and if you haven't figured that out by now, at least I've told you. Because training is one thing, and a lot of people can do that, training for fun. But for me, training with a purpose or a goal is key to having fun. I like doing pole vault, I like doing hurdles, and I like doing discus. But if there's not something out there in the horizon I'm trying to change, there's not much purpose to it for me. I like to have a goal, and I like to chase it. Now my goal for this competition was to make 6,000 points, and that's the goal I've been training for quite a few months now, and it's a goal I've been thinking about for even longer. And I don't feel like it's an unrealistic goal to chase, and I feel like I'm capable of doing it. But the key in a decathlon is to leave an event behind you just done and executed, and then the ability to essentially get to the next event will make you points. Unfortunately, this ability is not something I have been able to master yet in my career. Little by little you wear me down.
Ja, det er godt, Rasmus.
After the hurdles in this competition, I got very disappointed. I ran a lot slower than expected and anticipated, and basically what I wanted to do and needed to do to score 6,000 points. And what happens, at least for me, I don't know if it's like this for anybody else, but when I shut down mentally, I shut down physically. I had a talk with my coach and my dad, and the talk was really just about whether I should quit or whether we should find a new goal to pursue for this competition, because for me it was clear that I was not going to make 6,000 points, but we still, we had the Decathlon calculator and managed to make a score with 6,000 plus and with 6,000, which has CEO budget, as my father called it, like a realistic one, and then we had an optimistic one if I would, for example, go out in the disc and then throw it 40 meters plus. Unfortunately, I did not. I started with 2 fouls and then one which were 35 or something, I'm not sure. I finished the decathlon, and I guess that's one of the things to take away from this competition, but I just got home and really gave the question to myself, is it all worth it? And that's pretty normal when I talk to people from my class and stuff like that, that a lot of people question themselves whether it's worth it. The blood, sweat and tears, the usual thing to say, because sportsmen and sportswomen does invest a lot of time and also money in this career, and it can either go very good or very bad. I mean, there's always something in between, but the differences and the decisions is usually made from whether it goes good or it goes bad. And so far, I mean, of course I've had a lot of ups, and just take the friendship for instance. All the other guys could see that I was sad, and they came over to me and said, bro, you can do it, and we know you're strong enough to find the motivation to go on. But there's really also been a lot of downs, and my mother says it like a lot, because when I come home from a competition which gone bad, she asks me why I do it, because it's a constant pressure on myself to not be what is it called? It's called satisfied. My mother, she asks me why why I don't get satisfied. And so I almost make it sound like my mom is not very supportive. That is not the fact. She is indeed, and yeah, I just want to make that clear. Back to the video. With the satisfaction I get, why that's not, you know, if you have a scale, that the satisfaction part, why doesn't it do it like this? Because, I mean, and my question to that is always that human beings, we are coded in a way that the bad things is more rememberable. I don't know if that's a word, but I made it one now, that you remember the bad things and the bad episodes more than the good ones. And up until I've found that balance where I remember the good ones instead of the bad ones better, I will keep grinding and I will keep continuing doing what I so far love, and that's the decathlon. Little by little you wear me down.
Okay.
So I scored 5.698, I think it was, and really the competition in whole, I guess I'm okay with it because I learned something, and that's the key for me. But I've said a lot of times in front of this camera and said I learned from it. I also just, I've come to a point now where I really need a result that I'm very satisfied with, and we've made the adjustments that we figured out is needed to do a big score after this competition, and we've made that now. But it's, as a lot of things, a gradual build into it, and you know, I'm just gonna keep chasing that 6,000 points, and then eventually the 7,000 and the 8,000. And as I said in the start of this video, I'm a man who chases big goals, and yeah, having fun is the main thing, but I really soon want to make some results that I will be satisfied with. Yeah.
Det er meget værd forventet, det der. Pissegodt, det der. Det er pissegodt. Kom nu. Kom nu. Kom nu, Ralle. Kom nu. Little by little you wear me down.
I had a lot of time to think, and a few of those thoughts has come into the camera now, and therefore you know what's going on and what is going through my mind, and essentially maybe also what my mindset will be like in the upcoming decathlons and competitions. So I hope you enjoyed this little personal sit down. I find that to be very important. When you put yourself out there on the internet, I feel like your audience has to know what you think and how you're feeling. So that is it for today. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.